We here at This Week Update with Thomas and Crease strive for journalistic integrity. With that said, all of this shit is made up. Truth be told, we are not here to stand up for any particular agenda. There are plenty of other places to go for that. We have created this show because we think it's funny. So enjoy it, or don't, I suppose. But either way, please know that you are probably loved by someone. All the characters are made up, and any resemblance to a real person is purely coincidental. This show would probably be rated PG-13 if that was still a thing. Viewer regression is advised.
Thomas and Grease has something to say. It's some real important shit. So focus on him while ignoring Glenn from your phone on the toilet. It's this week update with Thomas and Grease. You laugh and you cry and keep asking why. Glenn thinks that he needs to please on this week update with Thomas and Grease. He'll update your mind and downplay the signs of his narcissistic tendencies. It's this week update. It's this week update with Thomas and Crease. Sha-la-la-la.
I'm Chestnut Bernhard, and today on This Week Update with Thomas and Crease, we have the local news. Be Kind Rewind with Dick Sampson, and an interview with Bertrand Cloont. And now, love him or hate him like I do, Thomas and Crease.
Thank you, Chezzy. Today on This Week Update with Thomas and Crease, we'll be going over the local news. Be Kind Rewind with Dick Sampson and an interview with Bertrand Cloont. Now, love me. I am Thomathan Crease. And that's Glenn. Today in local news, a local bookkeeper from Boring, Oregon has been accused of stealing over $500,000 from a specimen tree nursery brokerage. The accused has turned him and or herself in and will face prosecution and perhaps a touch of persecution if we are lucky. This is Kurt.
Jonathan,
Yes, Glenn.
what does prostitution have to do with trees?
I think you should just be quiet like your second end and remember how good your last birthday was, thanks to me and Bunny. Now, Boring is successfully living up to its name, as this is the only news that we have to report. Makes one wonder if the title dictates behavior,
That was between us.
or was the title born out of scientific thesis and discovery.
Jonathan, I feel like this segment is boring too.
Speaking of boring, perhaps we might as well just go to the weather.
Glenn, I do the weather, and just gonna throw this dry.
Well, that's about enough of that.
If you look right up here,
Coming up next, we are very excited to have Dick
probably
Sampson doing movie reviews with us.
the wind is
He
picking
will
up
be our movie expert. We have hired him for he is the best professional. And as Glenn is blowing hot air, we expect Dick will not.
Cannibal Women from the Avocado Jungle of Death from 1989. Get ready to have your disbelief suspended as you enter the avocado jungle of San Bernardino, where beautiful Amazon women, mostly Caucasian, kill and consume men. In the movie that simultaneously objectifies women while also promoting feminism, only Margot Hunt and her dipshit undergraduate bunny can save the avocado supply from these scantily clad warrior women. They are joined by Jim, a pompous, egotistical chauvinist who in all reality acts the way he does to make up for what he lacks. Remind you of anyone? Played by the one and only Bill Maher in a performance that answers why he has mostly stuck to talk shows. Those of you here for gratuitous female nudity will be handsomely rewarded in the opening scene, and then not again for the duration of the movie. I give this movie 2 out of 5 Little Richards, 1 for each nipple cameo.
Dick Pick 2.
1994's hit Forrest Gump. Thomathan Hanks stars as the titular ignoramus who spends near 2.5 hours being inexplicably in all the right places at all the right times, all while showing us the things he loves most: chocolate, loose women, amputees, marathons, and pissing in front of presidents. I give this movie 5 out of 5 Little Richards, because I like these things too.
Dick Pick 3.
Last, but certainly not least, is Scent of Grandma. Agnes Dundermuff plays the aging grandma who has spent her whole life canning curried split pea and mixed chowder at the soup warehouse. Now she is on her deathbed and before she expires wants to connect with her grandson, played by Zane Travesty in his actorial debut. Art imitates life as Agnes at 106 years old already looks half decomposed, and I'm pretty sure she's been in the movies since the Silent Age. Zane basically plays himself as well as the burnt-out, brain-fried ass on a cracker that he is. You'll feel your blood boil as Zane throws a chair, microwave, and Grandma herself out a window in a fit of rock and roll rage. But fear not. Old Granny eventually pierces through her grandson's obstinance as they share a tender moment over a bowl of gray bisque surprise. The masterful ending will have you in tears as Zane Travesty puts a final can of mixed chowder in the microwave and says to himself, though Grandma is gone, her faint chowdery smell lives on. The screen fades to black as Zane takes a bite of his microwave puree, and we watch a single tear roll down his cheek and into his bowl. Roll credits. Roll tears. This will be the year's Oscar winner for Best Actor, Actress, and Picture. I award 0 Little Richards. I don't care much for soup.
Great gosh almighty!
Flies,
Locusts.
yellow jackets,
Wolf spiders.
meat wasps,
Gnat clouds.
woodland creatures, and praying mantises.
Get them good, get them gone with Vagis Clean Bug Repellent. Make them scream with Vagis Clean.
Find it in your grocer's freezer.
This segment is brought to you by You're an Energy Drink.
So much piss.
And we are back. We're very excited to welcome Bertrand Cloont into the studio. He just recently starred as the lead voice in Derminick the Dumbfounded Dinosaur. He has some renown for his ability to switch voices. A man of 12 voices, they often call him. Bertrand, please join us.
Hello, Brave.
We hope your flight was comfortable and accommodating.
Spunking me tank, I don't know. It was a fucking fight.
So, you've been making movies a long time, including some highly regarded films such as Our Winters Incontinence, Of Thighs and Flames, and of course, Suitcase Full of Vibrators, the Arnold Stroganoff story. This is
Spunking me tank, I don't remember that, Brev.
Well, that surprises me. You did win a Gilded Tooth for your portrayal of Arnold Stroganoff.
What the fuck's a gilded tooth? I got more than one tooth. Spunking me tank.
But perhaps we could just move on. So this is your first animated feature. Please, if you wouldn't mind, I think the audience would love to hear the famous line as Derminick the Dumbfounded Dinosaur.
I am Derminick the Dumbfounded Dinosaur. How was that, Brev?
Ah, that was great. You are famous for your ability to switch voices. We were wondering if maybe you could do a few more for us. How about your thighs and
Spunking me tank. I won't do it.
Oh, well, I think people watching and or listening would love to hear some of your talent.
You said I'm a man of 11 voices. I don't do 12.
Sorry, I counted
Spunking me
Derminick
tank.
as a one, but that's fine. How about you give us a little bit of Daryl Dick Magnerf from Our Thighs and Flames.
Hi. These are my thighs. They're on fire. For you.
I see why that's...
Spunking me tank, that was fucking great.
That is as I remembered it. I personally hated the movie, but I did tell Glenn that we would go ahead and have you do that, so you're welcome.
Thanks, Brev.
This is your first animated feature. Could you tell us a little bit about how you came about getting to this?
Well, I got in a car in the city, Brev, and I was like, spunking me tank, where the fuck am I? And then the driver, he took me right over, and there I am.
Well, that got us nowhere. Some say that perhaps this was your Hail Mary attempt to remind the movie-going community of your existence. You had been out of the scene for some time. Is that accurate?
What scene, Brev?
The scene, making movies. You haven't been in one for some time. We think maybe being in an animated children's film is sort of a desperate attempt to...
What was my last movie, Brev? Before
I
this
am
one?
pretty sure it was A Suitcase Full of Vibrators, the Arnold Stroganoff story, the one you won the Gilded Tooth for. The fact that you can't remember it speaks volumes of why you have been out of the scene for some time.
Arnold Stroganoff.
That's the one.
Spunking me tank. Love that guy. He was the mayor of California town one time back in Bristol.
Ah, that's right. It was a true underdog story, if I remember, from a vibrator salesman to mayor. I wonder what he'd be doing if he wasn't buried at the bottom of that ship off the Atlantic. Had it coming.
I wonder if he had had somebody paint him.
So, Derminick has a substantial cast, including Margaret Atchett, Reed Reed, who will be doing his own segment on our next episode. So
Spunk me
please-
tank, what does he do? What's Ray gonna do?
Well, he is going to read for us. He is a Harvard graduate and world-renowned philanthropist, actor, and more.
After he's done philanthropizing, who's gonna clean it up? Spunk me tank. Who fucking cares? Move on.
Okay, Margaret Atchett, Reed, Jorge McPuffin, and the artist only known as Gaunch. How did you get along with your castmates on that set?
Spunk me tank. What's that? What the fuck are we talking about?
Your castmates, we are wondering how you got along.
Spunk me
in
tank.
the-
I didn't need a cast. I didn't break nothing.
Well, how about rumor has it that you had a particularly bad quarrel with Jorge McPuffin, which resulted in an overturned catering table, 3 broken microphones, and a recording director who had to go to the emergency room for his throat was slashed.
I was under the impression, Brave, that he was a Jorge McMuffin, so I was hungry, so I took a bite. You know what I mean, Brave?
Sure don't.
Spunk me tank. Figure it out.
How about some romance on the set? Margaret Atchett and Gaunch were said to be quite inseparable. Perhaps you could fill us in on some of the more scandalous news bits that happen behind the scenes of children's entertainment.
I don't remember somebody there named Phyllis in.
No, well, since you're so talented, how about you give us an impression of Jorge after you took a bite out of him?
Well, why did you take a bite out of me? I don't care for you.
Here's a question. Should elicit a fairly normal response. How old are you?
Spunk me tank.
Okay. To quote the great Mandy Parkinson in the 1987
Spunkin'.
hit The Princess
Me.
Diaries.
Tank.
You keep using that word.
Spunkin'.
I don't think
Me.
it means what you
Tank.
think it means. I've had enough.
Spunkin'.
Glenn!
Me.
I would like...
Tank.
Glenn! Get him out of... Glenn!
Spunkin' me tank.
No.
That segment was brought to you by Urine Energy Drink.
So much piss.
So, fan mail.
This one comes from Gyatbuster 2002. I've got a better name for your show. Two out-of-touch boomers try to gain relevance even though their jokes would have been outdated in their prime. Just put the fries in the bag, Unc. Yes, youngsters these days seem extra testy as their futures have been robbed and they will never leave their parents' home. Not in this economy. You will only be so lucky to find a job putting fries in bags. As for a dig at our sense of humor, all I can say is at least we don't just repeat the same phrase 67 times. This one comes from my ex-wife. Tom, you can't just write return to sender on the court correspondence regarding the alimony payments, or should I say lack thereof. Do you really think you can keep ducking me? The court will find you and your assets, including your silly little show, will be mine. By the way, the child is yours. Oh, you see, I think that's beautiful. Despite our differences, my ex-darling still watches the show and wants to be a part of it. We'll also have another viewer on the way.
Jonathan, congratulations.
I think this one is for Glenn. Now, we have been embracing technology, and we'll read a couple of emails sent from our viewers. This first one, Tomathan, I'm so proud of you for ripping the silent N off of Glenn's name tag. But the fireworks burned my eyes. Tomathan, why are you so short? From the shorter you know, Emmy Wood. At least I'm not as short as Boonson Ben.
I like him.
Hey, Tomathan. Barrick here. I'm a massive fan, and I have a burning question that I would love for you to answer. If you could have a microwave that would give you $100 every time you used it, would you take it? Oh, I forgot to mention, side effects include, but are not limited to, causing unknown anomalies in real life that only your darkest nightmares could compare to. People around you turning into Lovecraftian horrors beyond human comprehension. Losing all your friends, family, and loved ones, and not that it's important, but the very small chance that when heating something in the microwave, an ancient god of wrath and spite will arise and start terrorizing the known universe until there is nothing left. P.S. Your hair is awesome. Sincerely, Barrick Kevdev. It's a lot to unpack, but I say take the money. Always take the money.
Have you heard of radiation poisoning?
That sounds like a you problem, not mine. That concludes our show. We would like to thank Mac, Hazel, both Whitey's and Eddie, as well as his jugs, the great mate Till Malin, Rocky Knock Herder and his infamous sheep, all members past and present of Cannibal Corpse, a good chunk of Buford, Wyoming, Dick Sampson, Bertrand Cloont, and of course our first fan, Adam Birdsell. Now, may your douchebags be full, and remember, without me, you were only you.
Spunk me taint.
So, I've been doing a voice the whole time. I'm the real Bertrand Cloont.
Oh my goodness! And I'm Glenn.
Oh my god, I about passed out.